Hello, welcome to my student support system. In today's class, we will discuss about ventilation and health under environmental health subject. This lecture is in English, and if you want to study in Hindi, just click on I button and you will get link of Hindi lecture, or you can directly visit to channel my student support system. What is ventilation? Ventilation means providing air. It is a process of replacement of indoor air with fresh outdoor air. It is the movement of indoor air to outside and the outside air to inside in a closed area. What are the standards of ventilation? Normally, for ventilation standards, we use three methods. Number one, cubic space. Fresh air supply of 3000 cubic feet per person per hour is a good standard. It is observed that the amount of carbon dioxide due to respiration is not more than 2 parts of 10,000 part of the air. The air of the room is considered fresh, and if it is more, then it will be not fresh and it need to be ventilated. Second is air change. Second standard is air change. Air change means to change the air. How often the air should be changed? Air change is more important than the cubic space requirement. It is recommended that in living rooms there should be 2 to 3 air change in 1 hour. In workroom or assemblies, 4 to 6 air change per hour is required. Third is floor space. Floor space per person is also a good standard and more important than the cubic space. Normally, in the rooms, height over 12 feet is not considered. The optimum floor space requirement per person vary from 50 to 100 square feet. Now, types of ventilation. There are two types of ventilation: natural ventilation and mechanical ventilation. Natural ventilation is simplest system of the ventilation in small houses, rooms, schools and offices. In this method, certain forces which are natural work for the ventilation. There are three types of natural ventilation: the wind, diffusion and temperature difference. First is wind. The wind is having a natural force. When it blows through the room or it moves through the room, then this process is called as percolation. Sometimes due to obstruction, it exerts a suction action at its tail. This is called aspiration. When doors and windows are facing to each other, then this process is called cross ventilation. It is the best system of natural ventilation. Second is diffusion. Actually, diffusion is a very slow process of ventilation where the air molecules or the molecules of gases which are present in the air, they travel from high concentration to low concentration. And if it is the only one method of ventilation in the rooms or in houses, then it is ineffective because it is very slow. Third is temperature difference. Air flows from high density to low density. Hot air which is low in density, escape from the openings or ventilators which are provided in the room, and normally these are placed at a height near the roof. The outside air, which is cooler and more dense, will enter the room through the doors and windows provided. So a natural cycle is created. This is also a good system of natural ventilation. Now we come to mechanical ventilation. Mechanical or artificial ventilation may be of four types: exhaust ventilation, plenum ventilation, balanced ventilation, and air conditioning. Exhaust ventilation. In this system, air is extracted or exhausted to outside by electric exhaust fans. As the air is exhausted, a vacuum is created in the room, which results in fresh air to enter in the room through windows, doors, and other inlets. This system is generally provided in large halls, auditoriums, for the removal of vitiated air. The exhaust fans are fixed in the walls, external walls, up in near the roof, which facilitates removal of the upper layers of heated and light air. Next is plenum ventilation. Plenum ventilation is opposite to the exhaust system. In this system, fresh air is blown into the room or hall by electric fans so as to create a positive pressure in the room, and due to this it displaces or removes the vitiated air through the outlets provided in the room or hall. Air is delivered through ducts at the desired points. Balanced ventilation. This system of ventilation is a combination of exhaust ventilation and plenum ventilation. The blowing fan must balance the exhaust fan, and air is circulated in continuous balanced process. This is also a good ventilation system. And finally, there is air conditioning. Air conditioning is defined as the simultaneous control of all or at least three of those factors affecting physical and chemical condition of the atmosphere within any confined space or room. These factors include temperature, humidity, air movement, distribution of the air, dust, bacteria, odor, toxic gases, most of which affect the human health and comfort. The air is filtered when drawn into an air conditioning system from the room. Excess humidity is removed and air is cooled and circulated back into the room after heating or cooling as per temperature requirement to bring the room temperature to the comfort zone. So this is all about ventilation. For watching such important videos, you can subscribe the channel and like Facebook page. And for making your notes, just visit my blogger mynursingstudents.blogspot.com and you will get the contents. Then you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram and join Facebook group Nursing Notes. Thank you. Have a nice day.